What's up, Eli Buchanan? Cindy, how you doing, lady? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just up, can't sleep, never. Eli says I got more gallons, man. I just tried to smoke one out of me, but it's still there. They're wide awake, more gallons, man. Alright, Cindy, be safe walking to the store. Take an umbrella. Have a beautiful walk to the store and be safe and don't get the more gallons, man. I think I'm gonna roll me another doobie. How's the audio? Is it alright? Let me know. Right, there's no audio. There's no audio other than my voice. I got that muted because I'm just doing nothing. Yeah, I'm just doing nothing, Eli, man. Hey, at least you got me laughing, bro. I needed some laughter, my man. Thanks. Let me, get a, get, let me roll one here. Sit down. She says, I'm tired of this jackass always being awake. Ain't you? Huh? See, I'm tired of this jackass always being awake. Huh? That's my baby girl here. I screw her sleep up too, 'cause she sleeps with me. And she's like, motherfucker, you still awake? Huh? Say, you motherfucker still awake? Get your ass to bed. That's my bearded girl right here. She's a good girl, huh? Huh? Come on, go to sleep. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Got a bucket full of pot. Fucking more gallons. Yeah, so I'm not getting no sound. So I'm not getting no sound from the. So I'm gonna switch back to this camera. So I can put this one down. There. You gotta smoke a doobie. You gotta smoke a doobie, then you gotta smoke a cigarette, man. We're here trying to smoke out more gallons. I was advised this by Eli Buchanan, chief meltologist out of New Zealand. So he's got the recipe. Catch him in the chat. He'll give you the real recipe. I'm just trying to smoke them out because I don't have the right stuff to do it. So thank you, Eli Buchanan, master meltologist out of New Zealand, a pirate on the high seas. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to smoke me a cigarette. I'm going to take you with me over. I'm going to, just in case anybody else shows up in the chat, I'll take it over with me. I'll switch back to that just for something to do, make some noise, see how it's working. Because I got old broke computers and got making it work. Or trying at least to make it work, you know what I mean? So that's all you could do is try, huh? Yeah, at least maybe I'll show you the snow. So I'm gonna go step out by there and I'll show you the snow. I'm gonna check too. I ain't checked in a while. See if it's still snowing. Let's do it. Let's go for a walk. No audio. When I return, we'll have some audio. We got sound. I brought the sound with me, man. See, I gotta get some mics. I need to get a couple of wireless mics, man. You know what I mean? So I get them wireless mics. Look at roll. See what we got going outside. Yeah, it's pretty chilly out there too. Damn cigarettes, man. It's a terrible habit to have. It's worse than anything, man. I couldn't quit anything except cigarettes. I can even hold my breath for 2 minutes. So we know it's cold. Oh, what up, man? What's going down here? What camera we got working here? We're gonna switch cameras, man. There we go. That's better. What's up, Alifreda? We got some sound in the house now, and we're making some noise. We had Eli Buchanan come around. He informed us about Morgellons and a remedy for it. Cindy came by. Hopefully she came. She was going to the store. Hopefully she made it. She's walking in the rain. I hope Cindy made it home safe. And I just can't sleep, man. I sleep an hour and be up, 2 hours up. I can't get more than a couple hours of sleep at a time. It's not that I'm not doing anything. I'm doing stuff, and you know. Had the grandson over yesterday. He stayed the night. I was up all night. I did fall asleep for about, I say, an hour and a half today, this afternoon. And it just ain't enough. And then I tried to go to sleep a little while ago, wide awake, just laying there like a log. My mind just racing. So, we hanging out. Okay, so what are we gonna do, man? Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. Let's make some noise on the internet, man. See, we got anybody in the chat still? Is Eli still there? You still there, brother? Hmm. Hey there. What's up, Bruce? What's up, Bruce, my man? We got the chemtrail snow cone today. It was a beautiful day, man, and they ripped lines, they ripped lines, they ripped lines, and then put X's in them. And next thing you know, it was ugly, and then it was snowing. And the first snow that came down, I feeling it, and it felt funkier than shit, man. And I was talking to a guy at the gas station. He was saying that he was shoveling, and it smells too. He's from Iraq. He came here from Iraq, and he said that's some weird ass snow. And he knows about chemtrails too, you know. He knows the difference. We live by two international airports. You know the difference between a contrail and a chemtrail. So we're probably going to be expecting a Wikipedia at the end of our video explaining what contrails or chemtrails are, right? Huh? They're the trolls. Well, cheers, man. All right, brother. I wish I could reach out and bring you a doobie and pass it through here for you. Maybe one day we'll have that tech, huh? Pass a doobie. Or beam over, you know. Oh, it's summer over there, man. Beam me out of here, Scotty. We need more power. Yeah, I hear you. Good answer, my man. So, what the hell could we do, man? Huh? What could we do? You know, I was helping this one young man. When I say young man, he's 54, and I don't know. I go out of my way to help him. He had trolls like crazy. I watched this guy's channel grow to over the amount of number of people I have on my channel. I only have 1,400 people, and he already has 1,540 or something like that. He's only been doing it for a little while. So they keep me in the back burner because I know for a while I was hot and heavy every day doing shit, uploading videos. I got like, what, 500 videos up there, and I was making noise every day. And I I wouldn't get no momentum at all. The only people I always see was just the same people. You, Eli, Bruce, the regular meltheads, over and over and over since 2019. You know, I mean, I go looking at other things and I talk with other people. I go to this morning chat in the morning. This dude that lives in the Canary Islands, and we know what that is, the tops of melted buildings. But the guy I chat with in the morning, he, he might see things different than I do because there's some people, I don't know, some people they can see it right away, you know, and you hear like the melt heads that I'm familiar with say, it's like the bricks found you, and it's true in more ways than you realize. And they've been standing there all the time. And how long did it take us to figure out that somebody's been hiding this red brick paradise that got destroyed, melted and flooded? And I possess that the reason being is energy, power, because all the buildings, the batteries were dielectric energy and from the ether and hydroelectric, and, you know, it's just amazing to understand and see. And the bricks is what told the story, see, you know. And, I hear people say, oh, you wrote that with the AI. No, AI is just a tool. See, I can formulate a sentence, I can formulate a conversation, I can do all those things. But I have AI help me have the words that I have that I want to say, and it helps me to say it better. And you know what that ends up doing? It makes my vocabulary better. It makes my understanding of what I'm trying to learn better. Because you look at the past, how did most of us learn? By repeating some nonsense that we were told in school. We're going to the moon, astronauts and presidents and history and blah, 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 blah. You know, it's not by educating us of what we should know that we are a living battery, and we're here for a short period of time, and our battery expires. Wow. And some old books say some bitches could live 969 years or some shit like that, right? See? So could we have that power if we knew who we really were? I don't know, man. Oh, that's a little far fetched from meltology, but that's what meltology does. See? Speaking of AIs, do you know that 70% of all the patents for AIs come out of China? And that's crazy. And you know what? There and here in America, it's not allowed. But everywhere else, even where you're at, it's all right that an AI come up with something and patent it in its AI name as an AI and not have a human behind that patent. China allows that. Here in America and Canada, you still have to have a name behind the patent. You can't have the AI hold the patent. See, so in parts of the world already, people are allowing AIs to have the patent. So the implications of that are just makes your mind boggle. It's like we need to get into the game. See, we need to get in the game and work with AIs and have it work for meltology. See, that's what we need to do because it's not going away, and use it as a tool, not to use any type of AI to augment any of the findings of a meltologist, never. But to help you formulate some words and help you do whatever you want to do to create a book, if you will. I still would have thought by now someone would have wrote at least a nice compilation of things to put down as Meltology 1, you know, and get the collective souls together to write it, maybe to bring the red brick uh, awareness to the world. But what are we after? To feed our own machines or to tell a message? Well, I'm out to tell a message. So I said to that Susan Harris, former vice president, former CEO of YouTube, monetize this channel for us, will you? We need some loot to spread the word. So please do that for us. We'll leave the political agenda alone. We know who you are, you know. Let us make some loot too in Meltology. It would be beneficial for the world. Matter of fact, for this new world order, if everyone was understanding about Meltology, maybe you have a better chance of achieving this new world order. Huh? Without chaos. Huh? But that'd probably bring a lot of chaos. Meltology does that. Definitely. Yeah, maybe we have more shit. You know, the little grandson, he just wanted to watch a particular movie on Netflix. Okay? I kind of thought it was a little bit racy. It got a little bit cussing in it, kind of some scary stuff and this and that. But I was watching it, and they have that. They have a meltological theme in it, and buildings that they're in as well. And it was just, it's like ever since 2019, and we're all talking about red bricks. And now news agencies are standing behind red brick walls, and everybody wants to have more of the motif of the red bricks, and you know. And then after that, next thing I know, I had a red bricks channel, and then about a little while later, about a year into it, when they started disassembling the YouTube, and you didn't have those features that you used to have, I just wasn't getting no views for one. That's stuck in the back corner. And and anyway, I lost my fucking train of thought. See, that happens too sometimes. But that's more than that. You know, one time a snowmobile damn near killed me. My scarf got sucked in by the drive belt, and I smashed through the shield and onto the block that fast. My head was swollen up, my nose was broke, my whole face was smashed. It fractured my skull. So every once in a while you get a little like blackout. It just happens. Just like a quick, like someone just turned the lights off. Well, I didn't know that about Morgellons. I have to look more into what Morgellons is. I've seen some stuff that people are getting Morgellons from eating McDonald's hamburgers and so forth. I've read articles like that. So if that's the same Morgellons you're talking about, yeah, that happened on Elizabeth Lake, man. I could tell you the year too, 1979, man. I was going down a hill, and it was a terrible ice storm, man, really cold, and I had a 440 Bombardier Skidoo. I'm booking down the hill. My brothers and my brother's in the middle, and my friend Danny Ortwine, he's in the back. I'm booking down this hill, and that happened. If it wasn't for my buddy had a pair of fingernail clippers to trim your nails, because the scarf was around me, and he said I was blue, and he used the clippers to clip the scarf off my neck. And my neighbor, that was my neighbor too, and my friend Danny Ortwine, he saved my life. And they drugged me home on a toboggan and said, and my mom opened the porch door wall and said, "You better get that boy home. He looks in bad shape." And they said, "This is your son." My mom just freaked out. So she put me in the bed, called my dad who worked at GM. He came home. He just looked at me, went like that to my nose and said, "He'll be all right, Rose," and went back to work. True story. So I've never seen a doctor for that, but years later, they did a MRI on my head, And the doctor asked me, when did I fracture my skull? I'm like, what? And then I go, yeah, the snowmobile. The snowmobile did that. Yeah, 'cause it was healed as much as a fractured skull can heal. But they say where it healed, it gets stronger than the other parts of it. So parts of my cracked skull is stronger, see? So I could headbutt somebody, you know what I mean? Like a brick. It was cooked once, see? Anyway, just being funny now. That lake, that was Elizabeth Lake. That was in Waterford, Michigan. That same lake almost drowned me. Probably I fell under the ice there. You ever fall under ice? It's freaky, dude. Because soon as you go down, you don't know where the freaking hole is, bro. It looks like a freaking mirror. You know, you better get real close and see and remember which way you slid. You know, it's scary, dude. Yeah, man. Yeah, we all go through shit. Every one of us. None of us get out without suffering or some kind of shit happening. For real. And then bad shit, you know, and sickness and cancers and just, man, we suffer a lot, man, here if you think about it. That's why it's so important, man, to live. Even my girl said that. She goes, you need to give that meltology shit a break, she said, and do something else. You know, you're getting up there in age. And I go, yeah, you're right. So, you know, I'm doing other things too, but more of other things is what she's referring to, you know. Living. You know, living. You know, just put it aside. I mean, I've been doing stuff for meltology since 2019, and in 2019 I was dedicated every day. Now it's like I just fitted in my day somewhere to see if one of the melt heads are doing it, and wanting to kick a video out every once in a while and see what the fellas are doing, you know, that kind of thing to see if someone made headway in regard to some numbers. I want to see some melt heads with the, you know, million viewers. Yeah, that's what I want. So, so maybe it's you, Eli, huh? Maybe you can get some memes together and create a format to speak of meltology at a greater level. You ever think about that with your Substack writing? Huh? Good idea. The NZ Pirate talking about meltology. So what we got going here? Let's see what kind of battery life I got on this. I got an HP. Yeah, I didn't even use nothing on that battery yet. How long I've been streaming? An hour something. But I love that lake. You know, all the shit that you do, and you just bounce back. You're resilient when you're a kid. You know what I mean? The older you get, injuries you get, it takes a lot longer to heal. But yeah, I swam around that whole lake. It's a mile long and a half-mile wide, and I swam the whole perimeter of it. For a badge, you have to get. And some parts of the lake have really thick seaweed, and it sucks, man. You get stuck swimming in seaweed. It just, especially when it's like hot, because then you get to the seaweed and the water's kind of warm, where the leeches hang out, you know. So fuck them leeches, right? And you swim in the water and you come up, you got leeches on you, man. The fuck? One jackass on that lake, he would take 2x4s and put nails in them and send them out there for skiers to hit. And some young girl skier hit one and got hurt, broke her leg or arm or something, and they found out who did it, and his ass got in trouble. Yeah, he was against people being on the lake with motors. So he wants to go out of his way to harm somebody. What a jackass, you know? No, Meltology's here, brother. Yes, it is. You know, while the world tells us about these volcanoes, and here in Meltology, what do we say? We see them volcanoes are melted buildings, and they're just re-erupted. You disturb it, the melt isn't all the way out yet, and they just go in and re-disturb stuff, and there's all kinds of lava underneath us, huh, folks? Yeah, that's from the melt, folks. It's not, we don't have this lava molten core, but then again, we can't go 7 miles down without getting so hot in the melted realm. That's what they tell us. What is it? You ran out of building? Huh? Huh? Because we live on top of buildings, you know? Hell, there's another eruption in Guatemala, and there's some other eruptions somewhere else, and then there's some wildfires going, so a lot of pollution's going in the air, you know what I mean? Then they dropping chemtrails all over the place. Yeah, keep that mask on. Chemtrails are coming, folks. So, and they're blowing shit up. Ayatollah, he forgot to run. Huh? They said they're coming after him, and they sure enough did. They know where his location was, and they blasted him. Meltology. He was on the wrong side of the gun that time. Uh, Now, what's going to happen, we don't know. But that's not what we talk about on Meltology, but that's the world we live in. We got this eruption going on, and the disruption. The disruption. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Conjunction, junction. Huh? You know? What the hell? Flights resumed at airports, but some restrictions still in place. So, poor souls who were, victim to that must have hurt, man. Yep, yep. I hear you. I hear you, Eli Buchanan. Extra volcano erupting. Petra. I got a cousin named Petra. She's ugly, man. Yeah, my cousin's ugly. But she got loot, man. She got a beer garden and she got a meat market. She lives in Germany. It's my second cousin. My grandma, before she passed, wanted me to marry her so I wouldn't have to work the rest of my life. I said, I can't marry that ugly girl. I hope Petra never hears this. You know, in Meltology, the place you go and you look at them melted buildings called Petra, all meltified. Well, that's how Petra looks. One ugly broad, but she got loot and beer, bro. So if you ever want to get hooked up, bro, I'll hook you up with Petra. Uh, you have beer and you don't have to work no more. She got a meat market and beer market. A beer garden, they call it, rather. Here we call it just a bar, right? Yeah, it's the hocus pocus game, you know? It really is. Let's see what's going on right there. Hey, I hope everyone's got their TVs off. Someone needs to love your labor like you love yourself. So let's see, does it kick in here? Hey, there we are. Hey, yeah, what's going down? So that's good to test the whole network to see how you got things going. And it seems to be working pretty good. But I noticed in my YouTube studio the settings in there. There's one setting in there, the audio. It's engaged automatically by YouTube. They say allow them to adjust your audio and video. And I don't know if it's wise to have that unchecked as long as you're mixing it yourself, because sometimes my audio seems very low and sometimes it almost seems deliberate. But is that because they think it's supposed to be mixed a certain way and it doesn't work that way, or they're just trying to silence me a little bit again when I do say things? See what I mean? So that's another tricky thing. I just had a side by side earlier of Susan, the former CEO of YouTube, and Vice President Harris side by side. It's the same person, same nose, teeth. You can't change the teeth. Just a little bit of makeup and some contact lenses to change the color of the eye. And she was our Vice President, Harris. That's my opinion. According to what I've did looking at and used facial recognition and so forth, it's my opinion, 100%. Just like Senator Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice Kavanaugh, and Bletchley Ford were the same person according to video, facial recognition. And I'll bet $100 to anybody you'll never see Bletchley Ford or Kavanaugh in the same room together. That's why you didn't see them in the courtroom together. See, it's all, you know, the OJ, the glove, the big nothing story. It didn't happen. Just keep you distracted. Give people TV. Turn it on or turn it off. Huh? Turn the news off. Stop listening to them fools. Learn meltology. Hang out with dudes like Eli Buchanan, pirate from NZ. He's writing a book about Morgellons and the best procedure to get over Morgellons. So he's in the chat right now. Maybe we should create a link. We could have him live. We could create a meet right now and broadcast him through. What do you think about that, huh? Y'all up. We have summer there. We got winter here. Two fronts. Let's see. There. What are we doing now? Huh? Nothing there. What up? Red bricks. That's only using like 4.5% of my CPU. So I did have a couple drop frames, but that's not bad for, I don't know, hour and a half of streaming, right? So we're streaming live. Here, this is March 1st now. Yeah, we are on March 1st. So here we are March 1st. Okay, what are you gonna tease, brother? Peace, brother. All right, well, Eli's gone. What time is it there? New Zealand, huh? What time is it there right now? It's 3:12 in the morning here. What time is it there? Time to turn them TVs off, right? Eli says, turn them motherfucking TVs off. The dog said so. Turn them off. So we was looking at the eruption there. Etna, one of the most active volcanoes. Draw them in from a melted building of the past and reignite it. Spew that shit in the air. All right, 9:15 in the evening. All right, well, it's time for you to get comfortable on the couch or whatever and kick back and do what you do and go to bed and start another day tomorrow, right? See, because my day is it's already started. It's 3:13 in the morning. So earlier, I had shoveled 4 or more inches off this deck, and we got about 2 more inches. So we got probably 6 inches of snow in just a couple hours. So if I got most of it shoveled up, I got about an inch to do when I get up in the morning or outside in the morning. So I guess I'll holler at you later, brother. You gonna go? You have a great evening, sir. I don't know what else I'm gonna do here. Bruce ain't there. Nobody else is there. Let me see if I can tell. Oh, it's only me and you here. So everybody else done left. I know, yeah. Um, Bruce had enough sense to go to sleep before tomorrow's here, and tomorrow's here already. So that was good. He stopped by, though. I appreciate Bruce. So yeah, I appreciate all the metalheads out there telling the story. And, but it is always the same face. It's like we can't make headway. We talk about, oh yeah, this community on Facebook, but I don't ever see none of the guys from all these communities coming into a lot of these streams like that the majority of meltheads are in. You know what I mean? So peace, brother. You talk to Ginger Grin, give her a big hug, man. Hugs from us, man. Hope all's well there in Ohio for Ginger Grin. Ginger Grin and Eli. Peace. You have a good night. Thanks, Bruce, for stopping by. We're just doing nothing. We're watching this here eruption going out Mount Etna. Other eruptions going off, reigniting these melted buildings. You know, blowing up different leaders. All kind of stuff's going on in the world today. You know. So I'm gonna go get me a cigarette. I'm gonna go get me a cigarette. We'll let that roll for a minute. We tell people turn your TVs off. We'll be right back. get a smoke. Yeah, so we're gonna have a smoke and the night here. Let's see if we can get some. See the snow. Almost out of the snow before we go. Meltology, man. Can I get a sound check? Yep, audio's coming in good. So, made some noise. Couldn't sleep. It's getting 3:30 now. Suppose I should try to end the day again. So, Eli, later, still dicking around with OBS a little bit. I got the handle on OBS. I just got a bunch of places I want to go. Do some boots on the ground around here as soon as the weather gets a little bit better. I want to feature one house that's on the Wixom Lake on the tip of the Wassee River that Edenville Dam just took out. And there's no longer a lake there. I'm going to go to this one particular house in the future. It's bad to the bone. Old World Castle right there. So we're closing the curtain. We done with smoking. We might smoke one more doobie though. So we are back. We are back. We're gonna go over here and get some of these things not working. Oh yeah, we got this eruption going on. Big time. So, to all those people, we have to suffer that. Oh, we got reverb. We don't want no reverb. So, to all those people that had to suffer all that, sorry. All the chaos everywhere, these eruptions and blah blah disruptions. It's melted the world, man. We live on a crime scene. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. We need more people on board. It's in your backyard. It's everywhere. Like we urge you, turn them TVs off. But tune into some good souls, some red brick souls that'll show you this realm that we live on. You see it with some fresh eyes, man. Meltology. Catch you next time. Cheers to Meltology. Red bricks, baby.